Hi, Amy.
Hey there.
How are you?
I'm good. Is Salim coming?
I was just looking. He's not online, but he did say he was going to be able to join us.
Okay. I had some questions about what the division was between configuring device and the front end pages that interact with it. Because there's like routes and stuff. And
Yeah.
I see that we have some duplication like with the user and stuff like that.
In what sense do we have duplication?
Well, for example, let's see if I still have it up. No, I don't. For example, device comes with a sign-up page,
Hmm.
but we already have a sign-up page that configures uh, the user database. So, for example, when I was running my device test,
Hmm.
it made alterations to the database that when I switched over to the master branch and tried to run that version with the front end,
Hmm.
the databases collided in the migrate.
Yeah, we're actually not using the master branch at all. That's kind of abandoned. It's not abandoned. It's just more of a place where we've put that prototype app, and we don't intend to move the prototype app forward. So it has nothing to
Okay.
do with what we're doing now. It does have a default UI, something that was built, and we ought to kind of try to borrow from that if we can. But we are not going to be touching the master branch. We're merging nothing. It's static going forward.
Oh, okay. So it's a dead end?
It's a dead end. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just basically our prototype app encased in Amber, right? It's available
Right.
for us to look at, but
Uh-huh.
we don't intend to do anything beyond that. So
Oh,
that was the
okay.
confusing thing. Yeah, so when we joined, a bunch of us joined the project. Hugh had already proceeded to do some development on his own before he made this an Agile
Hmm.
Ventures project, which is great. And that was that
Hmm.
prototype app. And
Okay.
when we started to review it, we realized that the database itself, the database schema, really needed extending and
Hmm.
rationalization. We decided to just start from scratch, build the
Okay.
database from scratch, build the models, and now we build, on top of the models.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's a little bit of history for you there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering why the development branch was so different from the master, but yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
some,
sense.
it's, yeah, we couldn't merge those together now if well, we could, but it would be a Herculean effort for no real gain. So this is,
Gotcha.
like I said, it's a really great time to join the project because there's a lot of opportunity to do
Yeah.
good stuff without, inheriting somebody else's monstrosity or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I was really happy. I'm like, oh, great, joining a project at the beginning, instead
Yeah.
of three-quarters of the way through where you're all like, what does this do? Where does this belong?
Yeah, and you
So
never catch up. The only other project that was on for Agile Ventures had a bunch of really experienced people. Thomas, I don't know if you're familiar with Thomas,
hmm.
Thomas Ackman. He's one of
Hmm.
the founders of Agile Ventures. He was on that project.
Hmm.
A guy named Sam Preety, who's really good technically, was on that project. And
Hmm.
Raul, I
Hmm.
forget his last name, but he's really good. He's one of the Agile Ventures guys now too. They were all on that
Oh,
project.
good.
So I was there at the
Okay.
beginning, but they took all the meaty stuff. They set up Devise, they set up CanCan, they set up a bunch of stuff. So I was running around picking up scraps.
Yeah, I
So
know the feeling.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
want to get in the way, but you feel like saying, "Hey guys, one of the reasons we're doing this is so people like me can learn."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got something going regarding Devise. I can get a login prompt.
Hmm.
You probably did that too, right? You get all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I can get a login prompt. I can sign up. Of course, it doesn't send any validation email.
Yep.
I think it created a user, but I couldn't figure out where to look
I'm
before
not sure
the
because
call started.
do you have confirmable um, configured? Hi,
Probably
Vijaya.
not.
Hi, fuck.
Hey,
Hey.
hi. Hey, I hear you're in Berkeley.
Where?
I hear that you're in Berkeley.
Yeah, I'm in California. It is near by my home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in San Francisco.
Oh, I'm in Santa Clara.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, sorry, Patrick.
Oh, that's okay. I thought she was actually down where you are, or no, excuse me, up where you are, but that's not.
She kind of is. I mean, you know, relative to San Diego
That's that is
or
true.
Boston.
Exactly.
It's kind of close.
Kind of relatively close, relatively
Kinda
next
close.
door. So the reason I'm asking is that if you have confirmable configured, which I do,
Okay.
it will not. I don't know if it'll actually create. That's a good question. Did it create a database record for the user, even though? Yeah, it probably did. You're probably
I
right.
expect it did, yeah.
But it's waiting for the email confirmation to come back, and of course, it's not going to get that till we get Action Mailer going. But yeah, that's interesting. Let me actually, I'm going to fire up my my Rails console and see if I can see that.
Is confirmable a gem?
It's a module in Devise
Oh, okay.
that you configure.
Okay.
So let me user.count. So I have one record in my user table, and I'll just show user.all. Yep, there it is. Do you want to see that? I can, yeah, let me do that. So, Vijay, we're actually playing, three of us are actually individually playing with Devise right now in our own separate environments to try to learn what it takes to stand up.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
We can. I can.
So what I did was in my, I've got the standard route that we have right now, just punts everything to the main controller index action. And in routes, let's see, yeah, in routes. So there we're at. So the main controller here, which I did Rails generate controller main.
Okay.
I just have this before action, which invokes a method from Devise, authenticate user. So before it does anything, it calls this, and then what happens is Devise pops in and it has this default login screen, which I'm sure you've seen, Amy.
Yep, that's it.
You say login, and then supposedly it sends email to you, which I didn't get, and then it's waiting for the round trip confirmation to come back. Click on a link from email, which is never going to get right now until the action mailer going. But anyway, when I did that, you're right. So here's, can you guys see that okay? Bring that up a little bit.
We should be able to set up the initial configuration so that it doesn't need email confirmation.
Yeah, exactly. So if we went into, let's see. This one here, this module. If we took that out, it won't require the email round trip for confirmation. That's the module that's causing it to wait for that to come back.
Okay. Okay.
So for testing purposes, I suppose we could just comment that out. But anyway, while it's waiting for the email to come back, it did create one record, which is this guy, in the users table. So, and it's probably got something about, let's see, confirmed at. So it's waiting for confirmed to come back. It's saying confirmed out is nil, which means it hasn't been confirmed yet. Interesting. It says unconfirmed email is nil. I would have thought my email would be blank up here and filled in under unconfirmed email. But anyway, presumably it knows what it's doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and I see Blaine joined us.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Blaine.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
hi, Salim.
Hi, Patrick. Uh,
So,
Go ahead.
well, we were just talking about Devise. I've been playing with a little bit as I've found time, and Amy as well. We've got to the point where we've got, a default ugly login screen. Oops, I stopped the app, so it's not going to help me. But anyway, we've got default screens for a bunch of things like signing up, logging in. We've got your password and confirmation. But since you're the official standard bearer for device integration, we got to give the floor to you, Salim. Before we do that, Vijay, did you want to? So we're pursuing this spike on device, and Salim's got the task to actually integrate it into our app at the model level.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that, Amy is going to take on a task to build some screens.
Mm-hmm.
I think register and login.
Mm-hmm.
I've just set up a task to set up the action mailer because Devise wants to send out email to confirm
Okay.
that your email that you signed up with is an actual email belonging to you. That's this
Okay.
confirmation thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got all that underway. You've got a couple of models that you've still got outstanding. Did you want to spend some time on that in this
Yeah.
time as well?
Yeah. I'm working on that. Actually, job categories I finished, but the testing, that is the join table is error is there. I want to.
Why don't we do this, and why don't we why don't we look at what Salim's got going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, let me prepare my stuff.
Okay, so you're proposing, Salim, that we do the reverse then. We look
Yeah.
at Vijaya's stuff first, and then okay, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty much ready. Let's look at hers, and then we come back to mine.
Okay. All right. So Vijaya, where are you with it? Do you want to share your screen? Show us what's going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop myself, and you can share your screen. You've got. Remind us which models you've got. You've got. Do you have company and
Yeah,
job
company
categories?
model and job category models. Yesterday I submit my PR. Some comments is there. I'm fixing those ones.
Okay.
I already started the company model. I'm writing the spec for that one. Once finish this one, and I will test that.
Okay. Do you need any help with that, or let's take a look
Yeah.
at it? Okay. Have you got a PR in place for the job categories? Is that already?
No. Yesterday I have comments. I'm finishing those one. I shared the screen. Can you look and?
Yep. Can see it.
Yeah, this is the error for the join table. Undefined method for join table.
Okay, and the defined table. Have you tried to drop all the table and then rerun your migration? Sometimes it happens. Drop all the tables and then
Mm-hmm.
rerun your migration. If the table exists, first check if the table is in the file, the migration file.
Mm-hmm.
Do like rec db drop. Let's try. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Drop.
No. Rec. Go back. Delete rec. If you,
REC.
no RA.
A.
RA K.
Oh, rake. Okay.
Yeah, rec. Yeah. db.
Okay. Rake DB.
Salim, she wants to know what follows DB.
Okay, this is it. Enter. Press enter. That's it.
Are you saying run reg DB migrate, Salim?
No. Just rec db drop.
Oh, reg
Then
DB
follow.
colon drop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Vijaya, there's check the chat.
Okay. First I run the rake DB drop.
Yeah.
It finished that command then.
Okay. Is it do you only have that failure, like undefined method join table?
Yes.
That's the only error?
Yes.
Okay. If that's the case, then I had that error and I couldn't fix it. I think I went to the what do you call the shooter marcher site GitHub. They open a issue for that. I think they couldn't. Nobody fixed it. Nobody closed the issue. So what I did is I didn't do the join table and then the way you have it. I just took the join table and then rerun it. Patrick told me. You see, Patrick told me to advise me to test for join table, but I tried. I couldn't. Just take the join table part.
Yeah. Then it passed. I know I did.
Yes, but I think it has to do with the shooter marcher, not the it's not your file or somewhere. It's not from you. Just take that. It's from because join table.
Okay.
They have join table method in a shooter marcher, and then it conflict with the Rails.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just look it up, and then that's what it said. I was trying to figure out for days. I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I removed.
Okay, do you have any error again?
Yeah.
What did you say?
It is expected has many and belongs to agency people. Before it passed, I did some.
Expected.
Can you make that window a little wider?
Yeah.
It's hard to see the whole error message.
Okay.
The console window there.
Okay.
Let's see. And if you could, let's see. Can you scroll up just a bit? I hate to. Red on black is not a good contrast, is it?
I know.
It doesn't work that well. Oh no! I just wanted to see that error that you had at the bottom. Sorry. Okay. What's it say? Yeah, that's good. You just okay. So many and belong to agency people. Expected job category to respond to has many and belong to. Can we look at your agency people, agency person model?
Yes. Yes. All right. All right. Patrick, I'll leave it to you. Let me do this stuff.
Well, if we could just check your it says, let's see, job category. Can we look at your job category model?
Mine?
Yes, yes. So it's has and belongs to many. Is it has and belongs to many, or is it
has and belongs to many agency people?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yep. Okay. Can you show? Okay, is this the RSpec file?
Yeah.
Many belong to. So we have, so see the one right, the
Yeah,
first expected to, it says have and belong to many.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
the test that's failing says have many and belong to.
Yeah, in the my PR you wrote to change this one like that. That's why I did it. Patrick,
Okay,
you
well,
wrote. Yeah.
then I might,
Otherwise,
yeah. So
okay.
the shoulda matcher is have and belong to many. Sorry about that. Looks like I misled you. So now we should be good to go.
Yeah, but it passed.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. That is the issue I have.
So job, what waffle number is that, Jaya?
That is 67.
67, okay. Yes, I looked at you don't have any join tables to create for that. It looks like it's just that one model, job category,
Oh,
and that's it.
yeah.
Can we look at your RSpec file again for that, if you don't mind?
Okay.
By the way, you have lots and lots of white space, I notice, in your files. Does your editor automatically do that, or? I kind of find it disconcerting to see so much white space.
Yeah, now I removed the white.
Yeah, that's better. Okay. Is name required as well in your model?
My model?
Yeah.
Yeah, validation settings is the name.
Do you have a test for that in your job category spec? Maybe it's probably scrolling down, but I can't see it. Looks like you have a test for description being present, but not name.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm sorry. You got it. Good. Yeah, probably good enough. I don't think there's anything else you need to test at this point.
Okay.
When you put that PR together, make sure you kind of name it the way Juho wants us to name
Yeah,
PRs.
yeah. I saw his instructions. I went through his instructions. Okay, I'll do.
Okay, so you're good to go on that one, it looks like.
Okay.
What was the other one? Company model?
Yeah, company model I'm working. I created outsource.
Okay.
This is the company RB. I have to write EN number validates EN number. I didn't finish that one. Just I'm working and this is the DB migrate.
Okay.
This is the table I have.
Could you go back to your company model again, please?
Okay.
Those look familiar. Are those lengths the same as agency model has in terms of name and website?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that I used 100 and 200 on that. All right.
Yeah, same thing I did.
Okay. And website, you're using the website validation, good, as opposed to URL.
Yeah,
That's great. So people don't have to actually type HTTP and all that stuff to program.
yeah.
Okay. As many company people, has many addresses. Yeah, good. That was great. Looks fine. Could I see your migration? I'm sorry to keep bouncing around, but
Okay. This is the migration.
So the key references, which
Okay.
that's meant if you have a belongs to relationship in this table.
Mm-hmm.
The key references puts a foreign key in. For in this case, it would put a company people ID in. But because this table, this model has many relationship with another model,
Okay.
you
I
don't
don't
want any
need.
foreign keys in this table. Yeah,
Can I remove this too?
those two should go. Yeah. Maybe we look at your factory first, please, if you don't mind.
Okay. This one.
All right, that was good.
This is the factory.
Yeah, it looks good. Could you scroll down or scroll up a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah, that looks, first glance, it looks fine.
Okay.
So we made a couple of changes. You
Yeah, I have to.
that migration file that you had to change, it means you're going to have to probably go through dropping the database again and rebuilding it.
Okay. Rec DB drop.
Yep. If we can get these two models in today, Vijay, that completes all of our models. At least
Okay.
I think so. I'm going to go through and make sure all the tables in our ERD are showing up in the database, but be there.
Patrick, I did my PR for other two. Did you you have a chance to look at it? Because he was complaining about the indentational stuff, the file for the spec. My indentation was way off, so he told me to fix it.
Well, we can actually look at it as a group then. Once we're done here,
Sure.
it looks
Yeah.
looks clean, Vijay. Maybe what we ought to do is switch to you, Salim, and then we could
Okay.
review. Yeah, and so Vijay, if you can just get those PRs in, I think we're good.
Okay.
Wrap up models today.
Okay.
Anything else, Vijay, you want us to look at?
Yeah, only this thing.
Just this, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you stop share, maybe Salim, you want to share, and then
Yeah.
look at the PRs.
I think let's try the device first, and then if you have time, we switch it to the other models.
Yeah, sure, whatever you like.
All right, thanks.
It's kind of exciting. Once we get these models built, we can start building the UI and actually see something. So that'll be great. And Amy's going to build us an awesome UI. That's what I heard.
Sure.
Oh, well, I think he wanted to use the Haml, I guess. So for the templating, for templates.
So I can't see your screen. Were you sharing?
Oh, yes, I'm trying to right now.
While you're doing that, I'm going to look up Haml.
Sure. Okay. I think I just did.
Space enter. Oh.
Yeah, we can. I can see it.
Okay.
Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Would you mind minimizing your Hangout window, because it's kind of disconcerting to see all that.
Sure. You mean like this?
Yeah, just show us the page that you want, but minimize that tab that has
okay
the Hangout. Or just switch to the right tab in your browser. It'll go away.
There you go.
Yeah, so if your browser's in the background, it'd be nice not to have that Google Hangout.
How about this one?
Yeah, tab.
Now it's
all.
good?
No, it's still got that.
No, not yet?
It's hard to look at. No, it's
Hold on.
in Chrome, which is in the background, when you're sharing your screen, we're looking at that telescoping version of Google Hangouts.
Okay, how do you tell me? I'm confused.
Okay,
here.
so mouse, Salim,
Yes.
mouse up, put your arrow over the tab.
Okay.
Up higher over the tab in Chrome.
Okay.
Just as if you were going to close the tab. Down a little, over to the right. There you go. Okay, grab onto that. Don't close the Hangout, but grab onto the Hangout tab.
Okay.
Here, let me.
Oh, just grab it.
Grab it and pull it down. Pull that tab right off of the window. There you go. There you go. Okay, now click the yellow button in the upper right-hand corner. Upper left-hand corner. There you go. Okay.
Well, that's much better. Thank you.
Much better. Okay, thank you guys. All right. Okay. This is what I have for. I'm just running the what do you call the user file spec just separately instead of writing the whole thing for now. I have the data tables columns tested. See, I don't know if you guys see me.
Did you add these tests to the user RSpec file, or did Devise add these tests?
No,
to
I
the
did add.
So the Devise didn't add anything to the RSpec file?
No, it didn't.
Okay. Can we
make this bigger? So under View in Terminal, from the View menu.
Oh, you mean the terminal bigger?
Click View.
Okay.
And select bigger. Up a little.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, you want to make it bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do that a couple of times so we can read it.
How about now?
That's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
All
as soon as
right.
it resolves, we should be able to read it.
All right.
Okay.
So this is the, for the database schema, I added from whatever we have in device table he added us. So for us,
Salim, can you do me a favor and let's look at your user models, see what device modules you've
you're right. Yeah.
configured for.
Yeah.
Then we can make more sense of that display.
E-model.
Okay, you got database, registerable, recoverable, rememberable, trackable, confirmable. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, Salim, yesterday I thought we had talked about validatable,
The
and you were saying
validatable,
that we
yes.
were not going to use that module because we have our own validations.
Yes, but I think I decided to put it back. I guess it's, yeah, you're right. But what I found out is that for password,
Mm-hmm.
do we have anything for password in our validator folder or something?
Did we validate password? Good question.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
think
look
so.
at the validators, we only have for email, phone,
Mm-hmm.
state, URL, website, year, file. We can create that, or I just decided to use it. For now, I'm just, if
Well,
you
I
guys,
think my opinion is let's just use device validations. It's got probably world-class
yeah,
validations, bro. So
okay,
why
yeah,
try to do our own?
exactly. But validatable is it's only for password and email. So
Yeah,
we
I
have
see.
our email, most likely our validator. This one will override the device, I guess. So and then the validator will help us to do the password for the password.
You've still got email validation though going on in the model. You've
Right,
still got
right.
our email validation invoked in the model.
What, this one? You mean it validates this one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I do.
So did you mean for that? We don't want both validations to occur. It's overkill, right?
Uh, yes, yes, but I think I'm not sure. Is it? We don't. But for I'll show you how it does. Did you try it? Have you
I've
tried
been
to
playing with
run it?
device, but I commented out validatable because we decided yesterday we weren't going to use it. So I don't know what happens otherwise.
Yes, because you know why? Because if it used the device, my spec would have failed.
You mean your email test would fail? Is that what you
Yes. See, yeah. Hold on. Let me show you. I have a spec for user right here.
mean? Mm-hmm.
Email check right here.
Mm.
So I just followed how he did the inside the validator email thing, trying to just follow the validation for it, and then I plug this once, and then it pass. I don't know. I think my guess is it's using ours. It's using our validation of the email.
So yeah. So when you
Go ahead.
so if you leave our email validation in the model, the email validation that you showed in the RSpec fails. Is that what you're saying? Not sure
No,
what.
wouldn't fail. You mean if I take out the validation for email?
Okay, so let's say you remove that highlighted those 3 lines. What happens if
Okay.
you remove them?
Oh, I haven't tried that. We can try that. You want to try that?
Well, I'm just trying to understand the scenario in which you see failure. What's the scenario? What's the setup?
Oh, the setup is if you, for example, if I comment the validatable will pass, but for the password will fail. If I say I this line right here, I just copied from his master. I wanted to be consistent with what he had before. So if you say if password and then run the spec would fail, but if I take the if part will pass. So basically, from my understanding, by saying if password, if the password is nil, don't do any validation. Just ignore the validation. That's what he's trying to tell us.
Well, I guess I'm a little confused because with Devise, we don't actually have a field called password.
Okay, good
If you
question.
look at
Very
your
good.
schema,
Very good question.
it has
Um,
encrypted password, but not password.
yes. Yeah, very good question. Because this device, what it does is it create. Have you? I think. Are you familiar with the what do you call the virtual attribute? Virtual attributes
So
or
this,
field?
yeah, I think I know what you mean. So this password
Okay.
validation occurs against the field called password coming in from the form, the login form.
Yes. What it
That's
does
when
is
it's kicking. Okay, got it.
password is just a virtual attribute. That's what it does. Actually, device will create as for us.
Yep.
Yes, and then it does the hash thing and then store it to encrypted password.
Well,
That's
presumably
what it does.
if we commented out the email validation you have here and the password validation,
Yes.
and we leave validatable uncommented, does everything work then?
I don't think so.
Take out your RSpec test?
You mean if I comment out the password and the email,
Yeah.
most likely will fail.
Well,
I
you'll
think.
have to take out the RSpec tests for those as well.
Yes.
But since validation is occurring by device somewhere, we don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Why do we need to do our own email and password validation?
One, we need to do our own.
Yeah.
The reason I'm doing is just for password, because the password will fail. If I remove this if part, if I comment this right here, like this,
Yeah.
then comment this part, we
No,
are
no.
good. We are good. We'll pass. The spec will pass.
What happens if you leave validatable uncommented, but you remove validation of email and password in this model?
Like, okay, uncommented, validatable, and then what? Remove what?
We'll just comment out the validated password.
Comment this
there.
part.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep. And then
And
comment out the validates email lines. And then
like that.
and save that, and then go to your RSpec file.
Sure. Okay.
And just comment out the password and email check. Do you know how to do a multi-line comment? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Like that.
Yeah, that works. Well, I was just thinking that there's an equal begin and an equal end.
Yeah, but the editor has this wonderful thing where you just highlight everything and tell it to comment. So
Yeah.
My editor can't do that, so I have to be more primitive in
what
how I
editor
do
do
it.
you have?
Oh, I use
my
text.
editor?
No, I'm
You
asking
mean-
Patrick.
Oh, okay.
He's using Sublime. That seems to be. I just use TextMate, which is fairly straightforward, but maybe I should upgrade.
You know what? Try Sublime. It's just one of my favorite. It has a lot of stuff, features.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sublime is really good. They stopped developing it though.
is that right?
Yeah. So now I have Atom.
Oh, okay.
At ATOM?
I thought they just released the 3 recently.
Anyway, we're getting off track.
Anyway, okay. All right. What else, Patrick?
Well, just try now with those changes and see what happens.
Run it. Spec. Okay.
Please, yeah. So, Adam, see, people also seem to be using RubyMine a lot. If anybody's had experience with that.
No, what is that?
Another
Development?
editor.
It's an editor.
Yeah. Not
Is
to
it
get
what?
back
You have to pay for?
I think so.
Okay, that's probably why I don't use it.
Yep, I understand that. So you've passed our spec there.
Should pass.
Yeah. So.
Okay. What is the point? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, the point is, if we have the validatable model active in Devise, it validates email and password for us. So our model doesn't have to contain our own specific validations for email and password. Devise will do that.
It is automatically come through that device.
Okay, here we are not testing anything. Do you think that the spec should pass for the password and automatically? You mean I understand what you're saying, but do you think the our validation, the validator file will override the device? Do you think so?
Well, we're not using the email validator right now because we commented out that in your model.
I know. My question is because, you know, if you understand how the validator, this thing works, this right here.
Oh, by the way, Vijay, did you know that we have an EIN number validator?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
In the user model validate equal to email, you comment out the code related to this validators. Salim.
Say it again.
You open your user model, I will show it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
no,
I'm
just telling you guys how the validator. I mean, I was struggling to figure out how this files works, but most likely will I think will override the device. My guess for the what is this for email?
What Patrick said, we don't need any our validation in the user model. The validations automatically come through that device. He's telling we don't need to write.
I know. You're right. You're right. I understand.
Before we go, I just want to point out to Vijay. Vijay, you've got an EIN field in company, right?
Yeah.
And you've got to write a validation for that?
Yeah, I did write that one EI number.
So you're exploiting this validator we're looking at?
Yeah.
Using that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, it's already written for you. All you got to do is set it up in your model. Sorry, Salim. Go ahead. Okay. I just want to make sure we saw that.
Okay. All right. Also, I don't know. Either we can do this. Let me show you. We can do this. As I said before, we can call. It's fine with me if you guys decide let you know, because Joe said let's use ours. If you can comment the validatable out and then try to fix it. It's just one, you know, the one line problem. We could fix it together if you guys want to try. But I tried. But if you comment out the if part, everything works without the validatable. The thing is, if what he's saying is, I was trying to be, as I said, consistent with his master version of the password validation. That means he said if the password is nil, don't validate. That's what he said. If I take the if part and then take the validatable, it's all, the whole spec will pass. But then if I leave the if part, will complain the spec. He said, oh, you know, you have you know, nil. You know, it's supposed to be the field should not be blank or something. It will complain. Yeah. I mean, I can run and you guys can check it out and see, you know, if anybody has an idea.
What does the if option do?
Okay, if statement, for example, let's say you leave the password, you know, blank. You don't put any, and then you click submit. So if password is nil or nothing in it, the validation, it doesn't run. It just ignores the validation.
And
That's
why
what
would you want? Why would you want to ignore the validation?
I don't know. That's what he did, Joe, in his master version. I just want, if you look at his master version, the previous one, he had exactly, the code. I just copy and paste. I did copy and paste.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Whose phone is that?
My phone.
It's my phone. It's not my phone.
So, Celine,
Mine.
how likely do you think it might be that it was made that way to work around something that was broken?
Or to allow testing where you don't have to re-enter password every time. You just use your name.
You mean are you talking about the if part? Say it again, Amy. Can you repeat your question? I didn't understand well.
Sure.
How likely?
I had this idea.
Yes.
There's something. You said that you copied his master version, which had that validation left out. The validation if the password is left nil. If the password is left nil, then do not run this test.
Yeah.
That's a strange thing to do.
Okay,
So what I think is maybe that was done because something was broken, and that was the way to fix it.
Okay. Okay, then I can do this, right? Hold on, let me show you something.
Oh, I see. I see. It validates the it runs a validation on the password only if the password is there. Does it have a validate presence of it needs a validate presence of password?
Yes, basically I think basically equivalent of it, I guess. Oh, if I leave it like that and then run the spec, most likely I think it will pass the spec.
Okay, let's find out.
All right.
So you leave if commented out. Okay. So you're gonna turn those things.
Yes.
Look at that. One swoop and you got that back.
That's so great. I love that feature.
That's worth the price of admission by itself.
Yes. Hopefully we'll pass it.
Uh-oh. We lost Slim.
Uh-oh.
Our spec really blew up on him this time.
Poor wireless was just like overtaxed. It was like, nope.
Oh, was it on a cell phone?
I don't know.
Oh, God. I hope he didn't have a iPhone hotspot going there. Sounded like he might have been in Starbucks. Well, I'm sure he'll be back in a bit. Or maybe he's decided he's had it with us.
So, Patrick, what in your life allows you to spend so much time mentoring us?
Well, I'm between jobs right now, so I've got plenty of time. And I like this stuff, too. I like software development, so I like to learn.
And what do you do normally?
Well, I've done program management for the past 5 years. Actually to help with a development and commercialization of a SaaS product.
Okay.
That would be sold to mobile network operators like AT&T, Verizon, things like that. And before that, I've been in IT management. I've been VP of IT and things like that. And before that, I was in software development, manager and individual contributor.
Okay.
But not with Ruby and not with Rails, not until now.
Okay. Hey, Vijaya, what's your story?
My story is not the Ruby Rail. I'm basically in Microsoft products, .NET, C# programming is my main, and the cloud, and the mobile development.
Okay.
Yeah, my experience only Ruby Rails, this course and this project.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what drew you to this project? The Ruby project, learning Ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I learned most of the fast model, and I want to learn some software as service model through the Ruby Rails.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're both TAs on the MOOC course this year?
Yeah.
Is that right? Amy, are you a TA as well?
No, nope.
No, not this year.
I guess I could be, but no, I just got here.
Oh, have you taken the 169 courses? You did take them, right?
No, not really. I mean, like I would join it, but not finish it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I should probably finish it first.
Are you taking it this year?
I might. You know, there, as we go along in the project, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do model view controller lessons again because I keep getting stuck with anything having to do with the database, and you know, I really shouldn't get stuck on that. So I should go back and do lessons, and then I won't be stuck.
Well, kind of into week 2 we call it now, but of course it started with week -1, which was kind of set up. 0 is more set up, and then it was really only the second week into the meat of it. But I'm just reviewing the lectures again because I'm getting more out of the lectures the second time around because I have a more base of experience.
Yeah, I should probably take that on. I've looked at it and poked around at it, and I have the textbook from the last time I was between jobs.
Yeah.
And started doing it. I hate videos, so that's been my main blocker. I hate watching videos, and of course the lectures are all videos, and there's a lot of stuff in the videos that isn't anywhere else.
Absolutely.
But you know, it's not so horrible. I could run videos. It won't kill me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of videos either for most courses, but I find Armando Fox to be a really engaging lecturer. His videos go really fast.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the co-authors of the SAS book that you have. You know, Dave Patterson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Armando is a really good lecturer. He keeps your interest, and his videos are pretty short, 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
Whereas some other videos, the 5 to 6 minutes can seem like a half hour. With him, it goes really fast. So, I would definitely recommend him. I think he's a gifted lecturer myself.
Cool.
He's really good. Been private messaging with Slim here. So I asked,
okay.
Can you? Oh, he answered here in the channel.
Okay.
I'm having an issue with Try again. Okay. Having an issue with Hangout. Excuse me.
Yeah, I see him in MetPlus. So I have a hard stop at 12:30.
Yeah.
If I have to leave before we finish troubleshooting, can we nail down where the dividing line is between my tickets and his tickets?
Yeah. Let's do that when he comes back. Or if he doesn't, we can just work it out, and we can connect up on the 2:15.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, because I didn't realize until the beginning of this meeting that there was no front end at all. I thought, oh, you know, they're nerds. They're twiddling around on the database and the models and the back ends and having all kinds of nerdly fun, and they've just left the front end off while the development. I didn't realize how different development. It's like a completely separate project, and
it totally is. It totally is. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't like that we're not developing in thin slices all the way through. I think that's asking for trouble. I think we need to get a front end on this as soon as we can.
Oh yeah, I think we have a base database design. We're going to expand it a lot more, but we've actually chosen certain things not to expand the database into because we want to start building the top up. But we felt we needed a consistent set of objects or models at that level before we started developing things on top, because there's a lot of concepts requirement concepts embodied in that model that we wanted to make sure we got down.
Yeah,
But at this point, it's time to
here
start
you
building up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Patrick, sorry.
Hi, Salim.
No problem.
Sorry. Let me real quick show you what error I got. Okay. It's because of. Let me share. Sorry. Can you guys see? Right?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. So this is what I have for the error.
Is there a way to blow that up a little bit?
Sure. I will.
Command Shift plus.
Yes.
Do it, yeah. So the scenario here is you've turned off validatable and you've re-enabled your validations
Yes.
in the model?
Yes.
I thought those validations were working before.
Which one?
I thought all your RSpec tests were passing before you put device in. Is that correct?
No, after I put the device in for the password. We don't have anything for password, Patrick.
We did not. Huh? We had no RSpec for it. RSpec test.
You see inside the validator folder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We don't have anything for it, I believe. So if I
Can we? Yeah. Can we look at your model again?
Sure. There you go.
Okay, so this thing about validates password, that whole line there you added, right? That's not in our baseline before devise.
Yes.
That validates password. Why did you add that if we're using devise validations? Why did you add that? What was the purpose of that?
Okay, the purpose is that you remember Joe. He said, "Okay, let's use our validation. Implementation from the validator folders,
Mm-hmm.
I guess." But then the way he implemented inside there's no password. I turned it on the validator from. My guess is most likely our validation will override the device, because if you understand how the validator inside the folder implemented, it's most likely will override the device. I think. I'm not sure. You check. So I just, by turning on the validatable module, most likely will, we're going to use for password only. Anyway, let me.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Validatable, I don't think we can say to validatable, validate only password, but don't validate email. That's all internal to devise.
You see, the thing is, this one, the validator folder inside it, it's not actually, it's by doing that, you see, what is this, like a meta programming thing? Because it's like by calling, let's see, let me go back. I don't know if you, most likely you'll, explain it well to you, maybe understand this. Like, for example, email, by doing validate each and then object attribute value, basically you're adding your own validation to the rel engine.
Yep,
so whenever you validate email, it goes as if it is a part of the rel engine, not from your file here. That's why maybe our email validator class will override the device. I think. I'm not sure. That's if that's how I understand. If you guys have any idea, probably I'll submit and then see if ask him, or maybe he might you change, or him anybody can change. I just want to you guys know
Is there a
how
way
I
of
did. Say
is
that
there a
again?
way of verifying this hypothesis one way or the other?
Well, I'll look it up and then show you guys. I mean, that's my understanding. If you understand how the validation, how he implemented the file here, the validator, the classes email validator, phone validator. If you understand well, most likely you probably will say will override the device.
What I would suggest,
What's the suggestion?
recommend
Okay, go ahead.
that let's just use devices
Device.
validation for email
And
for
then password.
Yeah,
Password.
and just
Okay.
take out your validation statements for email and password in our model. And
You mean
probably,
this right here?
yeah, the ones we had commented out before.
This one?
Well, you're taking out
The
first name and last name. You want to keep those in.
You mean which one? This one right here?
Yeah, the ones you had commented out before. Validates email and validates password. Why?
Okay.
Let's let device do its job.
Okay.
And not try to be, halfway there, where sometimes our validation works and sometimes devices does. That strikes me as the road to madness. We're just going to drive ourselves crazy. There's nothing all that unique or special about our validations. We're validating an email pattern like everybody else does who has an email in there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And I know password, device validate. I know they're looking for a minimum of 8 and they have a maximum of so many, things like that. So let them do what they need with the password. It's their field to manage.
Okay.
That's my recommendation. So.
Right. That's my issue. My initial idea. This is how I would do it. But then I don't know. He said just use ours. Anyway, this will do it. I mean, and then if you want to customize whatever you want to do with the email and password, most likely you would go to what is this here? Config. What is this? Config, and then let's see, initializer, and the device here. You can do whatever you want, customize whatever you want. It's this file right here, device RB. Especially Amy, if you want to customize your stuff, you can look it up here, and then there's a locals here, device en YAML. If you want to customize your message, for example, like your account is created successfully or something, you can customize it here. There's a bunch of stuff here. For example, your email address has been successfully confirmed. If you want to, tweak that string, you can do it here, and then it will appear in your views in your UI when you run it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then what else? What else? I think that's it. That's what
Salim, I think Amy's got a hard stop in 15 minutes. We probably ought to try to all wrap it up by then.
Okay, sure, yeah. I got to run too. I only have maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, well, let me just pose a question to you.
Okay, you guys agree, just take out the email and the password?
There's nothing unique in how we're doing email or password that requires our validations. So
okay.
I don't see any reason to do that work when device already does it for us. The question is, can you do something in the RSpec file that tests email by using validation? Yeah, I don't know. You may have to take out the test in your RSpec file for email and password because our model doesn't contain explicit validations, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Devise is doing it for us, so I wouldn't sweat those details.
Right.
But this is the kind of thing we can spend. We've already spent an hour on this, and we need to kind of just leverage the heck out of these gems and build our own custom stuff on top of it.
I think why don't you just run the spec and see what it does? If the device provide for us, then do you think we'll pass or will fail?
I think your RSpec tests have to stop testing email and password because our model doesn't have specific validations stated for that. So what is RSpec doing testing? It wouldn't know how to test it. What are we going to test? We're not imposing conditions or validations on email and password, so what's RSpec conditions can we test?
Can you test the device or no? I mean,
I don't know. So that'd be good research. Can we test email and password in our RSpec file, even though we don't have validations explicitly in our app? We're relying upon devices validations?
Yes, of course. I think if you go to what do you call the GitHub of device, they have tests for email and password because it's already integrated in device. So if you run, would you think that the device will provide us, like, I don't know, maybe virtually or something, email and password?
What I mean is, so if you look at the RSpec file in the device gem on GitHub, our device is doing a lot of testing, unit testing of email and password.
Yes.
Why would we ever want to reproduce that? Device is already doing it. It's got a full test suite, so we don't need to test in our RSpec file email or password.
That's true. Yeah. We don't need to. You're right. Yes. But what I'm saying is, I mean, for the just fun of it, I guess, if you want to see if, that's why I'm saying. But we don't need to. You're right. It's well tested. You're right. So my question is, you guys all agree take the email the way I have it now, the commented out. It's okay with you guys? Just leave it like that, and then do PR on it. I mean.
Well, it's okay with me. You have to take out those tests of email and password in your RSpec file.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yep, I would say
you guys
that's
agree?
my recommendation.
Okay. That's what.
Everybody's got a headache.
I know. Initially, that's what I decided to do it, but then he told me to put it back. Yeah, I think Amy, you gotta go, right? I gotta go too.
Well, the reason I want to move on is because we do need to connect up. So you've got this integration at the model level that you got to get done, and that's gating two items. One is I'm going to be adding action mailer configuration on top of what you do, so we can see device sending out emails, and then Amy needs that done so she can start building a login or a registration screen and a login screen.
Okay.
So
maybe so go ahead.
What was that?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, in few minutes I'll do the PR and then see how it goes, if he can maybe integrate it, and then you guys can work on it.
Okay. Amy, is it clear to you the handoff between what Slim's doing and what you're going to be doing?
No. But as long as he has a pull request that's working and is passing the tests, I can take it from there. He showed me several places to look, so I can start fiddling with that. And also, there's so much to be done with putting a front end on that I will always have work to do. So I'm no longer blocked, even if this doesn't work, or even if I can't figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So once he does that, you'll get it, and you'll start your feature branch for the registration screen, I guess, or whatever you do first. And I'll pull the same thing, and I'll start my feature branch for action mailer.
Okay.
And then they'll be able to merge together upstream and coexist peacefully.
Okay.
Right. That sounds great.
The reason that we've promised the client, we didn't promise, we set expectation that we'll be able to show a registration and login screens, if you will, this Friday with the client. And I think we're really close. They can be really ugly screens and not have any ornamentation on them.
Yes.
But we can show him registration, the email cycle verification, coming back and logging in, all that stuff.
Yes.
All right. So the goal for the sprint is to have those registration screens demonstratable to the client by Friday. Friday, what time?
It's 5:30 Eastern time, so it'll be 2:30 your time.
Okay.
And I
And
think
is that on the calendar? Because I went to go add it, and I did not see it.
I don't think so. I don't think we have that client meeting specifically on the calendar.
All right.
Yeah. And then for templating, we're using Haml, right? Haml, right?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
we.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think I post something on your Emmy.
Yeah.
If you want, check it out. Maybe it might help.
You posted something on in a private message?
No, not private. On the waffle, on your choice comment for the to change it from
Oh, on
the
91?
ERB to Haml.
ERB to Hummel. Okay, wait. Which ticket is it in?
Looks like it's 91. I can see it there.
92? Yeah, I see. Okay, in case if you want to generate a Haml template after. Okay, I see. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. That's it, I guess. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
I think okay. That's it, I guess.
Okay.
From me.
Yeah,
That's all I have.
great.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have
Okay,
anything
thanks,
else
everyone.
either. So we can get past this initial integration, and then we can really go to town on this stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
All
it.
right.
Okay. What is? So you guys at this Scrum, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you,
All
Patrick.
right.
Thank you,
Thanks
Amy.
all.
Thank you, Major.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye now.
Bye.